Hi everybody, it's Mr. Paul here with your daily phonics lesson. Now, today we're going to have a quick game of bingo. Then we're going to write a recipe for how to make oat cookies, okay? So let's just quickly play bingo. It's going to be a quick game. So today, just draw one line on your piece of paper, going vertically, that's up and down, and one line horizontally going across. Now the first sound I'd like you to write, and you can pick any box, is the oi sound. Oi, oi. Remember the letters? The letters O and I make the sound oi. Can you write it before me? O and I. Very good. And once you've written it, let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. The letters O and I make the sound oi. Excellent. Now, next one I'd like you to write is your. Your. Do you remember the letters? It's the letters U, R and E that make the sound your. U, R and E. Excellent. U, R and E. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. The letters U, R and E make the sound your. Now next one I'd like you to write is O. 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 Remember the letters? It's the letters O and A that make the sound O. O and A. Like the word boat. B-oat. O and A. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. The letters O and A make the sound O. Now the last sound I'd like you to write today is ow. 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 When you prick your finger with a pin. Ow. And that is the letters O and W that make the sound ow. The letter O, the letter W. Like ow, cow. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. The letters O and W make the sound ow. Okay, we're going to play for a full house, let's say. So you've got to get all 4 before you can shout bingo. First one I'd like you to cross out is oi. 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 Yeah, which one is it? Is it this one? No. The letters O and I that make the sound oi. Well done. The next one. O. O. Could you cross out O, please? Which one? Yes, it's the letters O and A that make the sound O. Only 2 left. Next one, could you do ow? Ow. Is it this one or this one? It's the letters O and W that make the sound ow. One more to get. Now last sound, could you cross out your? There it is, U, R and E. Bingo! Okay, now let's get rid of this, and you can help me by clapping your hands, can't you? Ready? 3, 2, 1. I have got my apron on, I have got my mixing bowl and my wooden spoon, and up on the boards here I can see the start of a recipe. Now what is a recipe? A recipe is something that tells you how to make food, okay? So let's read this together and we will see what food we are making today. Now a tricky word. Can't use your phonics for this one. This is the word one. One. One finger, one spoon, one bowl. One. One cup, one cup. Oat, oat, oat. Cook, and a tricky spelling, ease. Cookies. 1 cup oat cookies. Very interesting. 1 cup oat cookies. Yeah, oat cookies. They're like little biscuits, little cookies. That's what I'm going to teach you how to make. Now, very important, you can only do this with an adult. So you can only do it with mum or dad. You can only do it at home, okay? If you're in a classroom, you're going to write it down, then take your recipe home, and then you can make them at home. So mums and dads, heat oven to 150 C. So heat oven to 150 degrees Celsius. That's how hot we need our oven. Now, most important thing, at the start of any recipe, you must wash your hands with soap and water so you stop germs, okay? So you wash your hands before you touch any of the food. Good. So the first thing you're going to need is 1 cup of sugar. Now this is light brown sugar. This is a cup, 1 cup of sugar. So get ready with your pencil or your pen and a nice piece of paper. I'm going to write this down. 1 cup of sugar. So 1 cup of sugar. First word is 1. Now, remember that tricky spelling. O-N-E. Oh, I've made a mistake though. At the start of my sentence, so it should have been a big letter O, shouldn't it? A capital. O-N-E. 1. Now cup. Cup. K-up. K-up. Can you write it before me? K-up. 1 cup of 2 finger spaces. Remember that tricky spelling? It's O and not V, but F. The letter F. 1 cup of, and sugar is a funny spelling as well. The letter S actually makes the sh sound for sugar. And then it's U-G-A-R. So 1 cup of sugar. Now 1 cup of sugar goes in my bowl, okay? In it goes. 1 cup of sugar in the bowl. Next, okay, you're going to need 1 cup of butter. So 1 cup of butter. There we go. Butter. Butter. 1 cup. 1. Okay. Remember how we write 1? Capital O-N-E. 1. 1. 1 cup. K-up. Of, we can just copy of, can't we? Make sure 2 finger spaces. Otherwise, when you get home, you won't be able to read it if all your writing's squashed, and then you won't be able to know how to make the lovely cookies. 1 cup of butter. 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 Bu. The letter U. Two letter T's for this word, making the sound T. And then is at the end of the word, so it's the letters E and R. Full stop. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of butter. So you're going to put your cup of butter, in it goes into the bowl. Now what you need to do is mix those together, okay? Mix those together so they make a nice smooth paste. Okay, so I've mixed it together into a nice smooth paste. There we go. Now next you're going to need 1 cup of oats. Oats, okay? Really good oats. They are so good for you. So let me get 1 cup of oats. There we go. 1 cup of oats. Then I'm going to put them into the bowl. In they go. Careful not to spill any. 1 cup of oats. Now, don't forget, we need to write this down. Otherwise, we get it wrong. And our oat cookies will not taste nice. So 1 cup of oats. How do we write 1? Yes. O-N-E. 1 cup of, and then oats. Cup of oats. 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 O. T. And S. So first sound is O. The letters O and A. Then, yeah, T. O. T. S. Excellent. Full stop at the end. So 1 cup of oats. After that, you are going to need 1 cup of dried fruit. And these are sultanas. You could use apricots, you could use raisins, you could use chocolate chips if you like. These are healthier, aren't they, those sultanas? So 1 cup of these. Whoops. In they go, 1 cup. Okay, 1 cup of sultanas. In it goes into the bowl. What do we need to do? We need to write it down. 1 cup of sultanas. 1 cup of sultanas. So 1. Can you write it before me? 1. O-N-E. 1, 2 finger spaces, cup, k, up. C-U-P, k, up. 2 finger spaces, of. O-F. Now, sultanas, sultanas, sultanas. Okay. Sol, s-a-ul. 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 Then that's sol, then tarn, tarn, t-a-n, t-a-n. Well, actually, it's not R, that's A, isn't it? But it's the letter A. Sultanas, you could say, but it's actually sultanas. Sultan, it's a bit of a tricky spelling. Sultanas. Full stop. So 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of sultanas. They're all in the bowl. Yep, looking good. Now we also need to add 1 tablespoon of milk. Okay, 1 tablespoon of milk. So not 1 cup, but 1 tablespoon of milk. So we can write 1 spoon of milk. Careful, careful, careful. There we go. In it goes. Now we need to write that down, don't we? 1 spoon of milk. So 1 O-N-E. You see? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Spoon of milk. So not a cup, a spoon. 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 How do I write ooh? Ooh. Yeah, the letters O and O. Very good. And last sound. Spoon. Spoon. 1 spoon of is the letters O and F. 1 spoon of. Now milk. Let's stretch it out. Milk. Ilk. Milk. 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 Now can you write it before I do? Let's move Harry McClary. It. Ooh. K. The letter K. Remember, normally at the end of a word it wouldn't be the letter C. Usually a CK or a K. Full stop. So that's 1 spoon of milk. Now there's one last thing that goes in our cookie mixture, okay, before we stir it all up, and that is some self-raising flour. Self-raising flour, look. Azing. Self-raising white flour. We're going to need 2 cups of this. It's the only thing in the recipe that isn't 1 cup or 1 spoon. 2 cups of self-raising flour. 1. Oop. 1 and 2. 2nd cup. In it goes, into the bowl. So, look, it's all in the bowl. Now what you need to do is mix, alright? So mums and dads, let your child do this bit. It's really good for developing those muscles, those fine motor and those gross motor muscles. Mix it, mix it, mix it. And then this is the best bit, okay? Once you've started to mix it, so it's sort of getting together into a dough, then you can use your hands. Ah, I forgot something we didn't write. Oh, Mr. Paul, do you know what would happen? If you took this home and you left off the flour, your cookies would not work. So, very sorry, we need to write this down, don't we? So important. If you miss one thing out of a recipe, your cookies won't work. So 2 cups of flour. 2. Now 2 is a tricky spelling because it's t. Well, that's fine. and it's W-O. 2 cup. We can't say 2 cup. We need to say 2 cups. 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 So up. 2 cups, 2 finger spaces of, and then flour is a funny spelling too, because it's flour is f-o-ow-er. F-o-ow-er. So you think it would be f-o-ow, but it's not spelt like that, ow. For this word, it's spelt with the letters O and U. Ow, full stop. 2 cups of flour. Then you mix it up. When it starts to come together, put down your spoon and you use your hands. Now your hands are your best tools when it comes to making cakes and things. Get your hands in there, squeeze it together, knead it together. Very, very good. Now, if it needs a little drop of water, if it's a bit dry, then you can add that, or maybe a little bit more milk. But after a while, you should find it comes together into a nice dough. Aha, so look. It all comes together into one dough, okay? A piece of dough. Then what you're going to do is get a baking tray or a baking sheet, grease it with some butter or oil, and put some baking paper on top. This is so your cookies don't stick to the tray when they come out of the oven. Right, so you get your dough, and what you need to do is break off pieces that are about the size of a sort of kind of small ball or something, just about so you can fit in your hand like that. Roll them, roll them, roll them. So they are spheres, aren't they? That's a sphere. It's not a circle, because a circle would be flat, but this is a sphere. Now, you get your sphere, you put it on your baking tray, and then you squish it down. Squish it down. So it's become the shape of a cookie. And then you do it again for your next cookie. So we have a sphere. Look, squish it down. And there we go. We've got, how many cookies have I got on my baking sheet? I've got 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 more is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 altogether. 6. Now I'm going to put them in the oven. Very important that Mum and Dad does this bit for you. For 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to use my oven glove here to, Scooby-Doo oven glove. Open the oven door. And let's put the cookies in the oven. Then I come back after 25 minutes. Okay, so very important, we add to our recipe, cook for 25 minutes. So cook, spelled like this. Capital C, new sentence, and k. The end of the word is the letter K. Cook for cook for 25 minutes. Now 25 is a 2 and then a 5. And in a recipe, when we write minutes, we just write mins. ins. It's short for minutes. So we just do I, n, s, full stop. Cook for 25 mins. 25 minutes. And it's very important you add that, because if you now take your recipe home, you don't know how long to cook them for, you're going to be in trouble. So make sure you've got all of that written down. Might be a good time to check through to make sure it's all correct and make any changes that you need to make, okay? Also, you might want to write down heat oven to 150 C. Very good. Okay, so our time is up. Now, very important that adults do this bit. Anything that's touching the hot oven has to be done by an adult. But I can see that these are now ready. So they've got a bit bigger, haven't they? I'm making sure I touch it only with my oven glove because they're so hot. Look at that! Lovely cookies. Now they're not, we can't eat them straight away because they're too hot. So what I'm going to do is put them on a cooling rack. There we go. And when they've cooled down, they will be ready to eat. So look, here they are, delicious. Tastes so good. Now, while you're eating your cookie, or maybe after you've finished, or if you're at school, you can do it now. You've got one page to do in your Sound Phonics book. It is page number 36, 3 and then a 6. And it's all about one, isn't it? One. Do you remember? 1 cup oat cookies with 1 cup of all the ingredients. And here's some sentences using the word one. And you need to read those sentences and draw what is missing from the picture. So for example, 1 duck on the pond. 1 duck on the pond. 1 duck on the pond. So you need to draw 1 duck, don't you? You need to do the same thing for each of the pictures, and then your phonics is finished for today. I hope you enjoyed that lesson, and I hope you enjoyed the cookies. I'll see you next time. Bye!